Shit done got worse. So you're the one I'm calling first. Get home.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. I am the Bradley Assassin. This is the Bradley Assassin YouTube channel. And today's Wednesday live stream edition. So, I'd like to thank everybody for taking some time on their busy Wednesday afternoon for hopping into the live stream. We can touch on the I guess catastrophic is the word market correction and or crash that we're in right now. So disappointing and so hard to watch, but this isn't the first time we've been here. Well, not me personally. I know a lot of people on my channel are kind of new to the space in the terms of, you know, relatively speaking, the last 5 months, kind of a lot of people are new to crypto. So I'm just going to touch on the fact that we've seen this pretty recently and you know what I think are some of the causes of it, and just a few things to kind of at least not maybe so much give reassurance, but to let everyone know that this is not as uncommon as it seems. I know this is the first correction we've had above 25-30% since the beginning of the year, so it looks really bad. And you know, the truth is we kind of got spoiled with these amazing gains since the beginning of the year, so we're going to touch on all that. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, and then of course in the description below I got links to a bunch of VeChain and Dogecoin collectibles, KuCoin referral code, and then of course links to all of our social media. And the Discord channel is really hopping right now. Pretty important for those that are wondering, trying to get late breaking information when I can't get to the studio to make a video or a stream. But anyway, we're gonna move into the mainstream so that I can touch on a little bit of news I have pulled, and it's the news that everybody knows, all the FUD coming out of China and all that stuff like that. But in truth, nothing's changed. It's just that just goes to show you how many new people, in my personal opinion, are in the space, which is good. I like to see that, but they aren't used to this. So like, you know, let's say this news on the China crypto banning, but let's say they weren't aware of it, right? And it's been this way for years. So I mean, nothing new to us, but those that have been in the space for, let's say, 3 months, okay, and this hasn't been reported on. Well, if this gets broadcasted throughout the world, just a week after the Elon FUD, right, you know, with all that, and they read this for the first time, they're like, oh my God, China's banning crypto. Dude, crypto's been banned in China for a while. So, but what I'm saying is, let's say crypto brought in 500 million new investors, okay? Retail side, let's just say, I know that we're just throwing out a random number, okay? People, you know, everybody put in $100, everybody put in $200, everybody put in $1,000, whatever it is. Well, in the last 3 months, it's been looking amazing, and no negative news, but nothing to the tune of the China banning, right? Then all of a sudden, they decide to break this news again for everyone. They're gonna throw it out there again because the media outlets and the journalists and everyone needs a new story or another story. So they're like, oh, let's throw this out there. Well, they don't understand the implications it has on all these people that weren't aware of that news. And then all of a sudden, you got the Elon FUD, you got the China you know, rebroadcasting of the news, and even though nothing's changed really, you have all this. It's like, oh my God, it's the end, it's happening, and then sale, and then bad news, and then sale, and then so I think that's kind of a culmination of what's happening. But not to mention, 3 days ago was the last tax day in the United States, and so like that probably has a little bit to do with it. I'm also going to show everyone in this stream how many longs were destroyed. I say they shorted Bitcoin, maybe not, but it's so many things happening at once. And while May was supposed to be great for us, it turned out to be bad. But But here we go. Let's pop into the mainstream real quick so we can look at these ugly numbers. Yeah. Okay, so as we can see, not too pretty. Not too pretty for those that are looking for high prices, but obviously incredible buying opportunities. And I know you hear that all the time. And in truth, I don't even like saying it anymore because it's so frustrating. Like, I mean, not everyone's just got this wellspring of money, right, that they could buy on never-ending dips and buy never-ending corrections. So I'm with you on that. I'm like, man, okay, buy the dip. Yeah, I say that all the time too, and I do. If I had all kinds of money, I would be buying the dip all the time. And right now, in my personal opinion, it's an amazing time to buy. Like VeChain at 12 cents, yeah, I'd buy all day. But I mean, I don't have a whole lot of money left, and all my money's in crypto already. So if for those that are asking, should we sell and all this stuff, look, if you're at a loss, hold your coins. I'm not at a loss because I've been in crypto for a while. So personally, I'm not at a loss. I'm nowhere near the money that I was up, or I'm nowhere near the percentage gains I was up 2 weeks ago, or whatever you want to look at it, even a day ago. I'm nowhere near that. And it's very disheartening and very frustrating. I'm not going to be one of these experts that come out and say, "Oh, it's fine. This is not a big deal." It sucks. It sucks to see your profits wiped out by half, or if you got into the coin a little bit late, or to be in a loss right now. It sucks. I don't want to be here either. I'm not sugarcoating anything. It sucks. But look, if you're at a loss, I suggest holding your coins. For those of us that are in profits, just not to the tune of where we were, I didn't move into crypto to sell tomorrow, and I didn't move in last month to sell this month. I didn't move in January to sell this month. I'm a long-term investor. I've said that from the beginning. I always say long-term investment. That's why VeChain and Chainlink are my two favorite long-term crypto investments. So look, I'm holding. Like I'm hoping that this turns into another correction that leads up to even higher highs and higher lows, which ultimately history has shown that that's the way it goes. And I'm hoping for that too. And we've already corrected a little bit. I mean, it's just $40,000 Bitcoin is amazing compared to the beginning of the year and in November, December. Although we were up to 60K, so it affects the entire market. It looks bad, it's hurtful, but here we are. Okay, so like I said, I don't want to be. I'm not like, oh my God, it's going to correct because the chart said no. I hope it does. I think it will. I'm not selling anything. I'm holding all my coins because I believe we're going to correct, and I think it's going to be fine once all this FUD blows over. So we're going to move into I don't have a ton of late breaking stuff and all this whatnots. I don't have a ton of that today because I wanted to focus on Bitcoin in general, since the Bitcoin is affecting the entire market, obviously. And I'm gonna just show you guys what the charts look like to me, what I see, and that sort of stuff. So let's move into the display capture. Okay, I want to show everybody. This is pretty important right here because I wanted to touch on this. So again, this is two people reporting on this from CNN Business, Laura He and Michelle To. And forgive me if I'm butchering those names, but I want to point this out. Okay, so obviously they're reporting on Bitcoin plunging below $40,000, and this was probably done before it even went down to 30K. It had a flash crash after the crash to 30K, and it's since recovered to the tune of $39,000. But anyway, okay, so look, I'm gonna go ahead and read this whole article, the first part of it, because I don't have a ton of information, because we all know it's just negative. The market's down. That's what you're gonna read everywhere. But there's a section at the bottom of this article that I want to touch on because it screams what I've been saying for a while. But anyway, let's get into it. It says, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are plunging as anxiety spreads through the market. This time after China took more steps to crack down on digital coins. The world's most heavily traded cryptocurrency plunged as low as 30,000, from a high of nearly 44,000 in the past 24 hours, according to CoinDesk. Bitcoin recovered slightly following the New York stock market open and was down 15% at around 37.2. Alongside Bitcoin's fall, several other major cryptos were down Wednesday. Ethereum plummeted below 2,000 per unit as its low before reclaiming some of its lost ground. Ether was down nearly 30% at 2,400 Wednesday morning. The meme-turned cryptocurrency Dogecoin lost nearly 26%. Okay? Crypto trading platforms Coinbase and CoinDesk experienced outages as a result of the sell-off. Bitcoin was already dipping this month after Tesla CEO Elon Musk said he was wary of its environmental impact, but a new announcement from a trio of Chinese finance and banking watchdogs appears to have shocked cryptocurrency markets even more. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, how important this is. They don't touch on this, but I will. The importance of this statement right here. But a new announcement from a trio of Chinese finance and banking. And why I think that's so important is because, remember, China is in the midst of creating their own digital currency. So they're going to want to build a foundation. They're going to want to tout their own currency. So of course they're going to want to FUD Bitcoin and maintain the bans on Bitcoin and that sort of stuff. So you have to be careful with this stuff, even though not much has changed in the way of the banning of the cryptocurrency in China. They're re-reporting on it, and I have a feeling that, look, the Chinese government runs the show out there. They have the power, they run the show. So if they want these people reporting on the negativity of Bitcoin to enhance their position for their upcoming digital currency, that's going to happen. So I think that that has a lot more to do with this than what's being led on, and I'm not seeing it touched on anywhere. But look, it's obvious that if you have an item you want to sell or you want to bring to the masses, you're not gonna like not find a way. As far as the government's concerned, look, what I mean is you're going to find a way to make sure that that happens. You see what I'm saying? So let's move on, and we're going to touch on the last part of the section that I wanted to point out here. Prices of cryptocurrency have skyrocketed and plummeted recently, and speculative trading has bounced back. This seriously harms the safety of people's property and disturbs normal economic and financial order, said the statement from the regulators supervised by the People's Bank of China and the China Insurance and Banking Commission. People, this is what's happening. China is working on their own digital currency. They're finding ways to inject the negativity into the mainline media, into the mainstream media, albeit Asia and the world, because Asia has already even said that China has come out and said that they want their digital coin to be the coin for the world, like the coin that people use across the world. So yeah, this is perfectly in line with the Chinese government's expected adoption of their coin. It says China's chilly attitude toward cryptocurrency goes back years. While the country doesn't completely ban cryptos, regulators in 2013, ladies and gentlemen, 8 years ago, declared that Bitcoin was not a real currency and forbade financial and payment institutions from transacting with it. At the time, they cited the risk that Bitcoin could be used for money laundering, as well as the need to maintain financial stability and protect the yen's status as fiat currency. Members of the public can hold or trade cryptocurrencies, but major exchanges in mainland China have been shut down. Authorities in 2017 also banned initial coin offerings, a way for tech startups to raise money by issuing crypto tokens to the public. The growing crackdown may also be in part to boost China's... Here we go. The growing crackdown may also be in part to boost China's state-backed digital yen initiative, which authorities are working to implement so it can keep money flows under its strict oversight. See, I missed this little segment in the article. So that's what I'm saying. Of course the Chinese government wants to ban everything. They're making their own currency. Okay? While the 2013 notice only mentioned Bitcoin by name, some of the observers have taken it to apply to all cryptos. Given Beijing's this state for the currencies, the state-owned China Times on Wednesday, state-owned China Times Wednesday described the latest announcement as risk warning in nature. While not a national law or regulation, it represents an industry standard to some extent. The outlet wrote, citing Zhu Yoping, an official from the State Information Center, a policy-making think tank. So again, yeah, China's just going to keep trashing as much as they can to build the outlook for their digital currency. It says, still, it shows that China isn't changing tack on crypto anytime soon, and that seemed to be enough to worry traders. Exactly. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about. Listen to this. The Chinese position on cryptocurrencies is clear from the beginning. Trading and usage of cryptocurrencies are simply forbidden, wrote IPEC Azark-Deskaya, senior analyst at Swissquote. In a Wednesday research note, he says, in a quote here, check this out. Therefore, the news is nothing new. But given that crypto traders are too sensitive to negative news nowadays, it adds to the downside pressure on cryptocurrencies. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. The ban on Bitcoin in China has been there for 8 years. Every time they re-report this same crap, while China's pretty much in tune with it and used to it and understand how it works, you still have a ton of people using VPNs in China to buy, trade, and sell and all that stuff like that. But when news like this is reiterated and broadcast across the world and hits people that didn't know this was a thing and didn't know, then look, after the Elon FUD and then just a few weeks ago with the Biden administration attempting that ridiculous capital gains, with all that stuff hitting over the last few weeks and basically a culmination of all that led up to this, yeah, people are going to get scared and sell and move out and all this other stuff. It's going to happen. Not everyone's in a position where they can just hold tight and hold steady, wait for the corrections to come back. There's a lot involved, but this specific article obviously had a lot to do with it. So yeah, I mean, nothing new, ladies and gentlemen, in that. So let's go back to display capture. Okay, and I wanted to touch on this too. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is the obviously the Bitcoin liquidation chart, and look at this. We talk about this all the time. Every time you see a correction or like a sell-off, a lot of times now this isn't the entirety of what's happening, but this does contribute to it, I should say. And every time we see like a 15, 20% correction, you see we have these whales selling off Bitcoin to crash everybody's longs. You see this? The longs are the reds, obviously the ones that are affected mostly. You see this? $662 million, $627 million, $500 million, $700 million, $480 million, $533 million. And look what the last 24 hours has brought to those that still think taking out longs on Bitcoin is a good thing. $2 billion, ladies and gentlemen, of longs destroyed in a matter of hours. So all those that like taking risks and speculate to the tune of longs and shorting and longing in Bitcoin, especially longing Bitcoin, you're going to get wrecked. So many people, look, I don't do it. I've never done it because I understand the risk and I get it. It's not what I want to do. But a lot of people do this, and I'm sure some make money, but obviously the majority don't, and you get wrecked. And this isn't like you're holding your coin where it can come back. Once those longs are liquidated, they're gone. That's the exchange's money. You're basically gambling. It's gone. So $2 billion worth of longs gone today. And let's take a look at the charts, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know I'm not the biggest chart guy in the world, but I did want to touch on this so that I could show everyone when I found this was the last time we had a sell-off or a correction to this amount. So this is right now. This is the one-day chart. I normally run like a 15-minute chart during the streams, but I wanted to show everybody when we were at a $59,000 Bitcoin. as recent as, what was this? Well, the numbers are in my way, but this was like a couple weeks ago, right? Well, since then we've had this steady decline from the beginning of the Biden administration, capital gains taxes, to Yellen coming out, spitting her trash, just one thing after another. Elon reporting on moving out of Bitcoin, and then of course today, from when it was at $59,000 to today, at the very bottom of the flash crash, we were right at a 50% drop. Okay. That's when we got down to about $30,000. And of course, now we're up to around 39,000. So we have corrected some. But at the point today, when it was the worst, we had a negative 50%. So we lost 50%. Okay. Now, I want to show everyone how long it took to recover from that beforehand. And what I did, we're going to pull the charts back. We're going to go all the way back to the infamous crash of March 2020. This was right when the virus news broke and the stock market crashed, and subsequently the crypto space crashed as well due to I see we got a super chat coming in. I'll touch on that in a second. So what I did was I went back, and the only other 50% correction I could find in recent, unless I went back all the way to 2018, was March of 2020. So 14 months ago, we had this. Now, this took obviously a worldwide pandemic to happen, but it did happen. And this was to the tune of 52%. So basically 50% correction, okay? And then you see it came up, and then it came back down again, just within a matter of 4 days. Within a matter of 4 days, it started to climb out, and then it came all the way back down to where it was. And then from that point, you saw it start to take off again. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, it climbed, it climbed, it climbed, it climbed. It got all the way back up to basically where better than it was before. And that took, let's see if I could see how long that took. That looks like it took the better part of, let's see, February. That looked like it took April, May, about 2 months, ladies and gentlemen, a full 2 months to correct from the last 50% sell-off that we had or crash that we had. Now, keep in mind, once we touched 10K over here back in May of 2020, it then flash crashed again, but then came right back up. So I can't recall exactly what that was about, but regardless, it corrected really quickly and kept moving on. So it took a good 2 months to correct to their 50% correction. So moving back to where we are now, let's get back to this spot. As you can see here, like I said, this looks like about a 50% correction over the course of a couple of weeks for us. And, I don't know if it's going to take too much to get back. I'm just showing you what happened the previous time we corrected this far. But please keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and get this off of here. I want to show everybody something. Okay, so this was the 50% correction. So taking a look at, why is my little chart doing this? There we go. So the last substantial one we saw before that was this guy who went from here to here. And surprisingly, this was a 30% correction, ladies and gentlemen, that we're really not even talking about anymore, because we had already corrected back to, when we were at a $64,000 Bitcoin, we had already corrected back to a $60,000 Bitcoin, all the way from a $47,000 Bitcoin. So you see, this happens, look, 30%, probably 20%, 30%, and then 50%. But the flash crash has been corrected. So let's pop on back over here. Oh, I didn't even have my charts on, did I? Jeez, I'm sorry. My bad. Hold on. Did I have my charts on? I don't think so. Did you guys just see all that? Let me know if the charts weren't showing a second ago. I'll show you guys again. I'm watching in chat. Oh, it was on? Okay. Good. All right. Okay, good. Okay, so here we go. We're going to come back to this. Okay, so 3GP Media with a $2 super chat. Take out your initial investment. Yeah, of course. I'm going to touch on that too in a second. Thanks, man. So yeah, okay, so the charts, like I said, look, you guys know I'm not a super chart guy. I'm analytical, but I'm not really chart driven. But I wanted to show that because it does point out, like I said, 50% crash today. And then we're recovering we went down to 30, we came back to about 39, and we seem to be kind of leveling out a little bit. But look, I'm not sugarcoating it. From top to bottom, from 2 weeks ago to now, 50% crash. Last time we saw that, according to me digging on the charts, in at least in the last year or two, was when the pandemic went live, and it crashed everything, the stock market, the economy, the crypto space. That was the last 50% crash we saw. Now, according to the charts, you saw that it took about 2 months to recover and then some. Now, that was a different time. That was a different space. I know people typically like to say history repeats itself until it doesn't. But in the crypto space, things move so fast. I don't feel we're where we were even back in March of 2020, because there's so much more adoption. There's so much more institutional money. There's so much more investment firms. You get grayscales. It's just everything. So do I think it's going to take 2 months to get back to a $55,000 Bitcoin? I don't think it will. I personally don't think it will. With so much positive news coming, with so much positive news coming for VeChain and other coins that we're interested in, Cardano. I'm not saying that's gonna help Bitcoin, but that's definitely gonna help VeChain and Cardano. And ultimately, while I think we should just continue to correct to the positive side, with the other positive news coming into VeChain and Cardano's and Dogecoin specifically, smart contracts coming to Dogecoin as well, along with the Coinbase listing. There's a lot of positive things happening. It's just this hit really hard. It looks really bad. For those that weren't familiar with the Chinese regulations, thought this was like the end all for the crypto over there, but it's been that way for a long time. They're just re-reporting on the news. So look, I think we're going to see positivity. I don't think it's going to take too much to correct to where we were just a few weeks ago. I could definitely see us at a 50,000 plus Bitcoin at the end of June, probably. If I was a gambling man, and I'm not, because I will not short and I will not long, but I could see us being a 50,000 plus Bitcoin in June. I really do feel that way, whether it be the middle of June, end of June, whatever, just because there's so much coming positive to VeChain, Cardano, Dogecoin. There's so much positivity coming into the space in June that I could definitely see the corrections. Now, are we down? Yes. Like I said, I'm not sugarcoating it. VeChain is ugly right now. Cardano to me is fine, because it was crazy high over the weekend at $2.50 or $2,000. It was high. So it sucks, but Cardano's one of the coins I don't touch. I own a lot of it. I don't touch it. That's my long-term stuff. VeChain's my long-term stuff. Also, while I say I don't touch it, I do give some of it away and giveaways and that sort of thing. But I will personally be buying more VeChain as soon as some deposits go through for me. Host Finance down, Pop Network down, PureX Network down. Look, everything's down. There's no point in me picking out every single coin. But personally, I will be buying more VeChain and more Pop Network as soon as my deposits go through. Dogecoin sitting at about a 36-cent coin. That's actually holding incredibly strong, in my opinion, for what happened to Bitcoin. Am I optimistic about it? Yeah, perhaps. But the truth is, it doesn't seem to have gone down as significant as or as much as other coins. Maybe because of the head-to-head battle that we seem to be having with Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Maybe some people are using them to offset each other. I don't know. But regardless, I think things still look fine for those specific coins and the crypto space as a whole. But that's what I wanted to touch on today. We got out the FUD that's been cast, the crash followed by the flash crash, the news that's being reported on, the fact that nothing's really changed. It's just people, the media scaring people into selling. And why does the media scare people into selling? Because the media is backed by your government institutions, and that's where the money is. And in China's case, they have a digital coin they need to promote, right? So there's that. And then in other people's space, like the banking over the past few years that have missed out on all these gains and the craziness, well, of course, they're going to let the mainstream media report on FUD and all this kind of stuff so that they can buy in and take people's positions. And that's nothing new, but it's just really it's really scary when it kind of all comes down on you at once. But that's the news I have for today, and that's the reporting I have on for today, and why I think we crashed, and why I think we will recover, and how long I think it will take to recover. A lot of people won't even give you their expectations on those numbers because they don't want to be wrong. But I'm okay with being wrong because I'm not an expert and I'm not a financial advisor. So like I said, last time we saw a crash like this, 14 months ago, took 2 months to recover. I personally think it might take about half that time to recover. And Atmore with the $5 super chat says, people need to stop crying about the drop. It's a dip. Act like the rich. Time it, buy it, and then hold. Don't sell. I bought so much. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, once my deposit goes through personally, I'm buying more VeChain. I'm buying more Pop Network. That's just me, and that's what I wanted everyone to know. So let me catch up on some chat. Since we seem to have about 130 viewers right now, I'd really appreciate some likes and some subscribes, ladies and gentlemen. The channel, it's funny. Let me the music play for Mr. Atmore. Yeah, so the channel was growing and doing great, and then as soon as the market turned down, like nothing, I actually lost subscribers over the past week. It's so frustrating and so hard to have this to grow the channel. I've lost subscribers. I think I'm doing everything I can. Giveaways, polls. I stay interactive with the community. Our Discord is very active. Live stream 3 times a week. Upload videos. I do everything I can. I stay slammed. So I'd really appreciate some likes and some subs, guys. But let me get back into chat. Atmore says I bought 10K VeChain. Yeah, man, I'm doing that as soon as some deposits go through. And like I said, look, and who was it? 3GP Media. Yes, I agree with that, and I touched on that earlier in the stream. You know, not everyone has a wellspring of money to keep reinvesting, and you know. Of course, unless you were able to sell high and then let it crash and then buy low and up your bag, but you know you'd have to be psychic, right, to do that, and not everyone can do that. So I'm with both of you. I agree with both of you guys. Like I said, whenever I have some money, I will be buying more VeChain and more Pop Network. I just see those two as bringing the biggest returns, you know, over the remainder of the year. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to start to try and catch up on some chat, and I do apologize if I missed some of it earlier. We just had a lot to report on with Bitcoin today. So Board Talk with Aaron says, wish this had happened next week when I get paid so I could. Yeah, I know, right? It's always an inopportune time when you're trying to capitalize on these corrections. And Raven C says, you're doing great, still can't get over 7-cent VET. I know that flash crash down to 6 or 7 cent VET was retarded, and you know, we're even 12 cents is just, it feels like a knife just cutting into me. It's so bad, and I feel so crappy that we're sitting here, but it gives those of us the opportunity to get in that you know, found out about VeChain late, or found the Breadly Assassin YouTube channel late, and didn't get in at the 2.5 cents when we were first touting it and suggesting it. This is much closer to 2.5 cents than 30 cents. So or 27 cents. So either way, you know, it's not good. I'm not sugarcoating it, but it's a good opportunity to buy. Atmore $2 super chat says I bought over 400 million Shiba and an ass load of Cardano. Congratulations, man. I'm glad you're in a position to load up right now. Okay. Psycho said this is a price slashing discount. Panic, buy. Mike Harrison says drop happened so fast today I felt too late to sell, so I just held, but man, I could have made some good profit selling and buying. Yeah, me too. Look, if I'd have sold everything I owned over the weekend and then bought now, I'd have doubled almost all my bags. You know, it's just, look, I typically buy and hold. So like this kind of stuff, yes, it sucks, but I wasn't planning on selling. So it's not like I'm losing money. You know, you never sell until you lose. And I mean, you never lose until you sell, I should say, sorry. So it looks bad and it's hurtful and I don't like to see it. But for those of us that hold long term, we just have to wait for it to correct, I suppose. And like I said, I told everyone how long it took the first time, but I don't think it's going to take that long this time. And Low Roller Scratch says, Coinbase, you can earn free crypto. You don't have any money. Coinbase.com often offers these like airdrops, so to speak. Basically, they give you like little tutorials on a coin to kind of teach you about a specific coin, and then as you answer the questions or pass the little quiz, they'll just drop coins right into your account for free. They've done this with a lot of things they've done in the past. In fact, I have hundreds of dollars worth of like XLM and Compound and stuff like that, just from when they first gave it out for free, when it was just a few cents or $1, whatever. Coinbase does stuff like that all the time. If you guys are interested in taking a few minutes and getting some free coin that way. EOS, I don't have any comment on. Let's see. ICP, I'm not familiar with. Let's see. Coinbase, okay. TRX. Why are the TRX coin? Tron. Oh, why did I not think Tron's ticker was TRX? Anyway, I don't comment on Tron, and I'll tell you why in a second. And Mr. Atmore again with the $5 super chat says, please take notice, in the USA, each sell for profit. You have to pay capital gains at each sale. It doesn't work like regular stocks, just hold. Yeah, when it comes to crypto taxes, I'm certainly not an expert and whatnot. So just be very cautious with that. And remember, get yourself a tax expert, ladies and gentlemen. And the Tron, I'll tell you why I don't comment on Tron. Because I stay away from all Tron projects, even though I know Tron's been doing well and BTT looks like it had been doing well and whatnot. But Justin Sun is I stay away from what's the appropriate term? Fishy, questionable history. The Pop Network that was on the Tron network, who preached decentralization, was actually removed from the network. It's been a while, at least a year ago, maybe a couple years ago. It's been a while. Due to being a direct competitor of BTT. And for those that follow centralization and decentralization, know that on an open source network that's decentralized, you're not supposed to be able to remove anything, but they were. So that questionable manipulation to his own network, and he owns a BTT, by the way, too. The fact that happened leads me to completely stay away from Tron Network and their shenanigans, because if it happened once, it'll happen again, and that's incredibly scary when it's money involved. Okay. Phil says buy Link. Yes, Chainlink, ladies and gentlemen. Chainlink was touching $53 just a week ago, it seems like, and everything down right now. You can say it's a great buying opportunity for everything. So choose what coin you think is going to bring the most return for you. And if you are in a position to invest and buy into it, right now would be a great time. Like I said, for me personally, it will be VeChain and Pop Network. UGC Gaming says, so this pump is like fake and just a visual thing for us deadly normal humans. How can they do that? It should be illegal. Well, it's not fake. I mean, for the coin to drop to this amount, a substantial amount had to be sold. If you're referring to the fact that it can be manipulated and a lot of whales were selling off, then yeah, I mean, there's people with a lot of Bitcoin. There was a time when Bitcoin was a few pennies. So there are still people out there with tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Bitcoins that can, affect the market directly. But remember, as they sell off to short things or to destroy longs or however you want to look at it, they do have to buy back in at some point. So in time, as with all coins, just like we saw with Hodge Finance, when Hodge Finance launched and we were reporting on it, the coin was up and down, up and down, up and down, because there's people that hold so many of them because it was so cheap and you could buy in early. But even the course of just a few months with Hodge shows that eventually, the people that sell don't have their coins anymore, and it starts to level out, and the way of the big wallet starts to level out and stuff like that, and then you end up with a little bit more of a stable coin. So yeah, I mean, let's see. Let me try and catch up some more. Let's see. Mark says you don't know what ICP is. Yes, I know what ICP is. I just don't have any information on it. The internet computer thingy, yeah, I know what it is. I just don't have any information on it that was reported since the last time we reported on it. For fuck's sake, bruh. Oh, people are just incredibly I don't know what's the word. I can't even put that into a statement. Let's see. If you would follow the channel and know the last time I reported on ICP when it debuted on Coinbase, we discussed it in full. But since you probably don't, I'm not going to waste my time reporting on nothing that hasn't come out since we last reported on it. That's what I'm getting at. Not trying to be rude, but touche, I suppose. Will you be buying any more NFT art, Mr. L. James? Not right now, my friend. Not right now, even though obviously I'm sure it's incredibly low and whatnot. I just feel the better opportunity is in VeChain and Pop Network. Like I said, that was a wild card. I wanted to do it so we can track it and see, just kind of see where we ended up as kind of just a little addition to the streams and the videos and stuff like that. But I feel much stronger about VeChain and Pop Network. It's just a fun little project that I wanted to take a shot in and follow, Let's see. Polygon, yeah, from Yalamala. Polygon Matic, we reported on quite a while back. In fact, I think I told the community that as soon as I had finished my VeChain bags, that was my next coin that I was planning on loading up on because I love the project. And that week they got listed on Coinbase and it went up 40% and got out of my range that I was looking to buy in. And since then it went crazy. So yeah, I really wish I would have got in when I was looking at it, but just like everything else, you never really know. Okay. Try and catch up right here. Basic attention token, I haven't looked at too in months. I did have a little bit of BAT whenever it debuted on Coinbase and they allowed you to get some for free. I don't know if you guys remember that. So I did own some for a while, but after it doubled, I had sold all of it off and moved that into VeChain. So I don't have any new information on it, unfortunately. Let's see. L. James. Oh, okay, woman. Thank you, ma'am. Aaron Ritterbush says, what do you think this crash result will have on XRP if they win in the courts? Same thing as all other coins. Everything's just so down right now. I mean, everything's got a good 40-50% to go back to, about 40% correction at least. Some coins doing better than others, but everything's going to ultimately correct, and as will XRP. XRP has a little bit more to look forward to once they get clear of all this crap and they can start bringing some more people, some more partners back on board. So I mean, but it's still going to take a little while to correct, regardless of any coin. Like I said, is it going to take 2 months? I don't think so. Like the last 50% correction we had, I think we can see some 50,000 plus Bitcoin again towards the middle of June, maybe the end of June. And like I said, that's just my opinion. But if you want to go by the way history works, and like I said, the last time it took 2 months to correct from a 50% correction, that was last March with the announcement of the pandemic. And we are in a completely different space now. I think there's a lot more institutional money involved in crypto. So I think that the return, the correction is going to be a little bit faster. Chase LeBlanc, I'm from Brobridge, and with a last name like LeBlanc, I'm assuming you're probably from around here. Let's see. Yeah, what am I making for dinner tonight? I don't know. My wife's taking care of that, and I don't know. we might do tamales. I buy frozen tamales and I steamed a whole lot of them at once. It's pretty good stuff, cheap and easy. Mark says, love the stream, making me feel better after the day I've had over in the UK. Well, thank you for the kind words, my friend. I know we all had kind of a rough couple days with crypto, and if you're talking on a personal level, I hope everything works out for you. Rockstar, crazy discounts in crypto. Yes, I agree. Chase is from Baton Rouge. Welcome, my Baton Rouge brother. Tyler Christie says, what's your opinion on the market? Is this a mini bear market or the start of a main one? I've heard several different opinions. Yes. In regards to bear markets, when it starts and all that kind of stuff, I don't feel, look, right now it feels like we're going towards a bear market. I know it feels that way, but I'm not on board with that. And I'll tell you why. Because typically there's much more of a, like, what's the term? Like, blow the roof off before going into a bear market. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been gradually doing well and constantly increasing. And look, we know we can't increase all the time. I mean, we get it. There are corrections, and we had some 20 and 30% corrections along the way so far this year. But with this being the biggest one, we didn't really have that blow the roof off that comes right before a crash or a bear market. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, well, the Bitcoin dominance had been coming down, and we got into the 39 percentile yesterday. And like, it felt like right then and there is about the time you would normally see a lot of that Bitcoin money come into the large caps, your VeChains, your Cardanos, and those types of projects, Chainlinks and stuff like that. And it felt like that was happening. And then this Elon FUD, and then the China FUD. So I don't feel that we hit that peak for the altcoins before you would typically run into a bear market. You know what I'm saying? So do I think we're in the bear market? No, I personally do not think so. I think this is a significant correction due to the FUD that just came on one on top of each other in the last couple of weeks. Just FUD. And then, not to mention all the FUD, a culmination of that included with, 3 days ago in the US was the last tax day. So there was a lot of implications with that. And then, of course, the whales destroying a lot of those longs too. It seemed to all happen at once. So no, I personally do not think we're in a bear market. I feel that even though the last 50% correction took 2 months, I feel that we should get back to the tune of a 50,000 plus Bitcoin next month, probably the middle of next month sometime at the latest, because I don't think it's going to take 2 months to correct this time. And I think when that happens, we'll already be on the way back up to where we should catch some FOMO, and then we might be able to get back to the point where I would expect us to be, where that Bitcoin money starts to go back into big caps. And then we still have the altcoin season, which a lot of experts are predicting. And then, of course, that would happen after that. So we should have, I would think at least into quarter three, the end of the third quarter, I feel we should, if things correct as I'm hoping, I think we should be okay. It's just, I'm not an expert, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm certainly not a psychic, so I don't know for sure, but I feel that way. I don't feel this is a bear market. Like, if this was the beginning of a bear market, I think we'd have corrected down into the 20s and stayed there. I don't think would a flash crash to 30K and then subsequently correct to a $39,000 Bitcoin. Like, I mean, that could have just been buy orders that had been sitting there too, but if you look at since the little flash crash at 30K and then the correction back to where we are, it seems to be consolidating for the last few hours or half a day. Now, that's a very short period, and I'm not saying that's reading off the graphs and that we're already back into a consolidation period. I'm not saying that, but it does look a lot better. When you have that V, it does look a lot better than going right back down. Okay, so let me see. UGC Gaming says subscribe to the channel. I like it. Answering questions and talking crypto, which is at a level to easy understand. Thanks, man. Yeah, look, I'm just telling you guys how I feel, and I've been in the space long enough to have gone through the 2017, 2018 crash. I've gone through the pandemic crash and back in March. I've been through enough things to have seen it. And of course, every situation is different. Every circumstance is different. I'm just looking at what I see. And I think that I feel like we should correct. I really do. Okay. Michael Stager says, do you think it's a good time to buy or wait until we have the confirmation it goes up? I personally think it's a good time to buy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but personally, when I have some deposits go through, that'll probably be tomorrow, I will personally be buying as much VeChain and Pop Network as I can. And that's just me personally. Best fund from Mr. Polkit. Best fundamental strong coins. My number one long-term investment that I say every time I stream is VeChain. That's my number one long-term investment in the entire crypto space. I think it's the best project in all of blockchain technology. Number two long-term investment in the entire crypto space is Chainlink. And I think the world of Chainlink as well, as it brings real world data onto smart contracts and is needed across all of DeFi. And of course, DeFi is a lot of financial institutions, people are we're trying to stress that DeFi is kind of the future. Banks are going to spread FUD because they don't want you doing that. Of course, they lose out on everything. Same reason why they don't like decentralization, because they're centralized. So the FUD is going to continue because of the effects that crypto and blockchain technology brings to the financial world. But DeFi is amazing. It's what the people want. It's here to stay, and it brings amazing returns in comparison to the 1% crap that the banks are offering us. So Chainlink's incredibly important too. So VeChain and Chainlink on 1 and 2. Probably 3 in terms of fundamentals and long-term investment would probably be Cardano for me. Of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum are here. Bitcoin being a store of value, Ethereum, the first with smart contracts, they're both great. People have been moving away from Ethereum because of the gas fees, and they're hurting themselves. So people are starting to build on other blockchain projects, but it's not like Ethereum's going anywhere. Dogecoin, I love as the people's coin, the people's currency. Hodge Finance is also great because of the deflationary aspect of it. The earlier you got in and the longer you hold, the better it helps your bags. So I love all that stuff. And then of course, my baby, my favorite, probably closest to my heart and my favorite project is Pop Network. It's basically decentralized streaming network. Basically like YouTube and Netflix, but on a decentralized level. They're in the works, in the building process. They have 2 exchanges in the works right now. Next month they are bringing their I'm drawing a blank. Next month they are bringing their masternode to the mainnet. Masternodes to the mainnet, and then of course bleeding into 22 we'll have the mainnet launch and all kinds of other stuff. So still a long way to go with Pop Network, but it's still so very early. That's why I really love the project. They compare themselves price wise to like the Audius coin and like Theta and stuff like that, and you can see where the prices of those coins were. Disregarding this recent correction, but you had a $2 Audius coin and a $10 Theta coin, and they're at right now probably half a penny with the correction. I haven't looked today, but that's why I really like Pop Network, and I think the world of it, and why I will be buying more. But VeChain, Cardano, Chainlink are your fundamental super strong coins that are going to continue to do well through the course of the years. And that's kind of where I stand. Alex Bernard said I was going to buy chain tonight. Was using the Voyager app. I don't use Voyager app. In fact, I don't use any investment apps. I've been in the crypto space long enough to have like all my exchanges and stuff were already set up. So I never really had to find an alternate route to buy like that. I understand that it is very easy to purchase through Robinhood and Voyager and those types of things. So I'm not knocking them. Well, except for Robinhood. You guys know how I feel about that. But I have not personally used them to buy. So I really can't comment on it. Aaron Ritter Bush says Algorand at $1 seems to be a solid one in my opinion. Okay, thank you for that comment. Okay. Jeremy Gilbo says I bought more of my top 5 coins this morning. Congratulations on your purchase. Any opinion on AGI token? Unfortunately, I do not want. Not right now, my friend. How do I buy Pop Network? Well, Mr. Alex Bernard, on the Braille Assassin YouTube channel, I have 2 Pop Network videos. The first Pop Network video I had was my original price prediction and informational video, and I discussed there obviously price predictions, information on the coin, and how to buy it. But I've since released a second price prediction video and informational video. Now, those price predictions are going to seem a bit high, especially since this correction, but it's all good, man. But if you go there again, either one of them, the first one has everything you need, and the second one is updated because they've since added the MXC exchange, so you can buy on Probit, MXC exchange, and I think you can swap into it now. I'll have to go triple check on that. But and then of course a lot more coming. So if you go check out those videos, they should have everything you need in there. Skillful DSL says, I have to be honest. I bought 1 billion Moonrat coins only because you get BNB coins for free by simply holding SMRAT coins. And it was dirt cheap. Yeah, I have no problems with that, my friends. Look, it's your money. I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional. I'll never tell you what to invest in. I only bring awareness of the coins and suggest coins, that I'm involved in and stuff like that. Look, if you guys feel strongly about a project and I don't discuss it or I'm not involved in it, that means nothing. I'm wrong more than I'm right. You know what I'm saying? So look, if you guys feel good about a project, by all means, research it. And if you feel interested in investing in it, so be it, and then, that's why we're here. I don't know everything. There's too many coins out there to have information on everything. So I'll share with you guys what I know and what I've done. But the same thing, I've learned a lot from you guys too. And if you want to share with the community coins, that's why we're here. I'm not gonna blacklist people just for having strong thoughts and positive thoughts about a coin that I'm not involved in. Then I would be doing a bad job, in my opinion. Hydra blockchain, I'm not too familiar, unfortunately, Mr. Rodriguez. Although I do like, I don't know if this has anything to do with it. It just, for some reason, Hydra reminded me of Helium. But I love the Helium network and I love what they're doing. I'm just in a place regionally where no one else is in crypto and no one else mines and stuff like that. So the benefits of helium mining would be very, very suppressed for me. But in big cities and places, where you can helium mine, I would definitely be on board with that. Yeah, no relation. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Rodriguez. I didn't think there was. It's just for some reason that popped in my head. And we hadn't discussed helium mining yet today. Let's see. Matt B says, what's your thoughts on NFT network? I have a decent amount. I was thinking maybe purchasing a bit more with Pop. Yeah, the NFT, let me see, NFT work. Is that the NFT art that I'm involved in? I don't know if it is. NFT work. Is that a... I don't see... Are you referring to the NFT art coin that... NFT art, yeah, okay. Yeah, look... Like I said, I moved into that coin because it was basically the cheapest coin out there and you could buy so many of them. Now, I understand that they've got a quadrillion in circulation and you guys know I'm not real big fans of these gigantic total supply coins. But they do say that they burn coins and it is a 5% deflationary aspect with reallocation. And we were able to get in super early. And look, Admittedly, I'm down more than half my initial investment of just on the 12th when I bought in. Of course, I bought in right before the market started to go to crap. But I don't plan on buying any more right now. I'm just going to hold what I got, and I'll keep updating the community on how many coins I've earned and if I'm down or if I'm up. So personally, I'm holding on that coin. If it does well, great. If it doesn't, whatever. I'm kind of indifferent on that coin right now. But Pop Network, I feel strongly about Pop Network as I do the other long-term investments that I'm involved in, VeChains, Cardano's, and those guys, Chainlinks and stuff like that. Does that mean that it's going to become that? No, of course not. But they're in a position to become, a big player in the entertainment industry as far as streaming and decentralized streaming is concerned. And Mr. Valerian Bennett, their leader, CEO, so to speak, lead director, actually has a long history in the entertainment industry, has worked with like NBC, Paramount, and Viacom, and is an important guy in the industry. And he personally has worked with like Snoop Dogg and Lil Wayne and people like that. So I'm thinking once the project keeps hitting their roadmap and evolves a bit more, and they do get to the marketing stage, that I think, this is my opinion, I would think that they might have a better avenue in marketing than most coins would because of his connections and his history. So that in turn would, obviously help the coin, but would bring awareness to many more people than just I can. I'm doing everything I can, but in truth, I can't force people to watch the streams and I can't force people to watch my videos. But I moved into Pop Network. When I introduced it to the stream, it was like a third of a penny, I believe, or maybe a fourth of a penny, somewhere in between there. I didn't look at it today. It might even be back to that, honestly, because the crash was so significant, correction was so significant. But regardless, if you can get to a $1 Pop Network, which I don't see why we couldn't, is it going to happen this week or this month? Probably not, but it can happen. If the market continues to do well into 2022, especially when they project to launch their mainnet, you can see a $1 Pop Network coin. And right now, at a fraction of a penny, I don't have to tell you guys what kind of percentage gains that is. So I feel strongly about it. I feel strongly about the project. I feel strongly about the team. And that's just where I stand on it. So thanks, everybody. Pi Network, we touched about Pi Network a lot when it first came out. I haven't heard anything of late. I never got involved with it. We had a lot of people in the community that were sharing their Pi Network referral numbers and that sort of stuff, because I think you have to be invited to it, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't have any new news. I actually haven't looked at it in a while. We've just been so slammed with all this and trying to stay positive during these down times. But do I expect another Bitcoin dump one of these days? Yeah, of course. You're always going to have them. Do I expect it to happen right now? I hope not. We are kind of coming down again, as you can see in the last hour, just on the stream. But we're down to 38, and I think we started the stream around 39. So a flat out dump. I don't know. It's impossible to know. There's so many people out there with so many Bitcoin because they got in early. We never know if it's just a guy moving out, or if it's institutions cashing in, or if it's exchange. It's really impossible to know and predict. Of course, when people are throwing FUD around, like re-reporting on China banning crypto or Elon and stuff, you can predict downturns and corrections when that happens. But a flat out sale of a massive wallet, it's really, really impossible to predict. Alex Bernard says, I was mining and then they got me with abuse of my internet. You mean your internet provider cut you off? Is that what you mean by that? Probably using too much information. I don't know. I'm not laughing at you. It's just terrible. People need to take some VeChain pills. I agree, Mr. Mojica. Thank you for remembering that. Yeah, and speaking of good times to buy into, of course, Hoj Network. In fact, so much so, when I first reported on Hoj Network, ladies and gentlemen, Hoj Network, when I first reported on Hoj Finance, I don't know, a couple months ago now, I think I reported on it when it was right around this price. It was right around 0.0004. So with all the positivity that's happened with Hoj Finance, all the exchanges that they've been added on, a new one coming, by the way, very soon. So many wallets have been, stabilized and whatnot. It is also a very good time for Hoj Finance. It's just a good time all around. That's, of course, assuming that the market corrects, which I personally feel it will. Stone Cold Negan says, just found out you can add Hoj to MetaMask. Yeah, for sure. That's where I've always stored my Hoj on MetaMask. Basically, any Ethereum based wallet you can always add Hoj to any Ethereum based wallet, if I'm not mistaken. Skillful Deal says, I feel good about Pop. If it can do what Audius did this year, that would be simply amazing. Yeah, Skillful DSL, it can. Let me see if I could find something for you guys while we're on that subject. I want to show everyone something that's new to the live stream and new to the channel. Let me see if I could find it real quick. 1 second, you guys. I know I have it saved. I want to show everyone. It's a comparison that I had pulled from some of the moderators in the Pop Network Telegram community. I'm very active with those guys in there, and they're very active. That's why I feel so strongly about the project. It's not one of these projects where the development team disappears and you don't know what's going on. But I want to share this with everyone. Hopefully I can find it. It was a direct comparison to Audius Coin and shows you why it's so much better and what we have coming, what they have, and the price comparisons too. You guys probably, here it is. Okay, so check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and show everybody this, a little bonus on the stream today. So look at this, how important, you guys. Okay, so Pop Network in comparison to Audius, okay? Pop Network says they have an app coming out which is going to offer audio and video streaming content, okay? In comparison, the app is out for Audius, but only offers audio streaming content. Other cryptocurrency projects can build on top of Pop. Other crypto projects cannot build on top of Audius. Total max supply of Pop Network is 1.6 billion coins, and the total max supply of Audius is 1 billion coins. But please keep in mind there are only 800 million Pop Network coins in circulation right now. So that comparison is very close. Pop Network says decentralized Web3 platform with AI feature, and Audius utilizes Filecoin's IPFS protocol for scaling. Second to last, it says backed by Boost VC, which backs Coinbase and more. And then, of course, Audius is backed by Coinbase Ventures and more. But check this out. Pop Network token worth less than 1 penny or 1 cent as of May 5th, 2021. And of course, right now it's even less than this was when this came out. And the audio token was worth more than $2 at the time of this comparison. So, ladies and gentlemen, it stands to be seen, it stands to reason, and really looks as though Pop Network can at least supersede the Audius coin based on the fundamentals, the development project, and what they have to offer and whatnot. It seems to be that it can at least do that. And if it does, Pop Network will make millions, in my personal opinion. So I just thought you guys would like to see that comparison. Mike Jones says, give you props. A lot of the crypto streamers hiding. Yeah, I know. And you know what? I thought about that too. Like, it's really hard to come on and try and do this when, look, I personally lost. Look, I lost a lot, obviously, as everyone did. But like I said, from the very first stream and from the very first video on this channel, I'm just like you guys. I'm not wealthy. I've been investing for a long time, and all my money's tied up in crypto, and that's how strongly I feel about it. And I know we're going to end up being in a good place. But the hardest thing to do is come on here and be supportive and positive when things are looking down like this. And I get it. I get it. But the channel will never continue to grow if I end up being one of these people that can't come out during these times and can't show support to the community, you know? Stone Cold Negan says, imagine if Hoj Finance gets added to something like Coinbase. It's such a pain to buy. Yeah, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, Hoj has announced that they are debuting, they will be coming out on a new exchange very, very soon. I don't have an actual date, but from my understanding, it's happening now. And I think they said it's a US based exchange. And Ian, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they said it's a US based exchange, which is a very, very big deal. So that is happening like in the immediate and is incredible news for Hoge Finance. Mr. Daniel Pro, I see you. You're welcome, sir. And Mr. Sturst is right. You only lose if you sell. That's why I'm holding. I haven't sold anything. So it's top 10 US. Yeah, exactly. That's what I had read, and that's what I understood. It's a top 10 US exchange, ladies and gentlemen, that Hoge Finance will be listed on in the immediate. So again, Mr. Ian Ninja Defender, one of my original mods here at the channel, knew me back when I was streaming competitive Magic the Gathering Arena on Twitch. Is actually really deep and involved in the marketing team for Hoge Finance. A lot of people don't know that. So we get a lot of Hoge Finance news sooner than most, and it's official news. You know, it's not rumors. So we're one of the few channels that have that that ability to do that. So you guys can fully expect a top 10 US exchange for Hoge Finance in the immediate future. Yep. We do cool stuff like that all the time here. It's just it's hard, you know. It's hard. But, you know, I think we kind of covered everything. I don't want to start repeating myself. I know a lot of people complain that I do that a lot. But I'd like to thank everyone for taking some time today on their busy Wednesday afternoon. I know we're in a correction. I know it looks bad and I know it's hurtful, but look, I'm right here with you. I'm going to be here when it starts going great. I'm going to be here when it's down. And I hope that some of our suggestions and comments and information sharing that the community gave us today will help everyone, if not give everybody a little bit of peace of mind. So like I said, as soon as my personally, on a personal note, as soon as my I get some funds in my account, that VeChain and Pop is going to get bought up. So I hope everyone's okay. I'll be here again Friday for the giveaway. If you are new to the channel and haven't, oh, you know what? Before I go, don't forget about this, guys. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, I will give away $500 worth of Bitcoin. That video and that contest is always running on the Bradley Assassin YouTube channel. If you would like to enter that contest or the current contest that we have running for the Friday giveaway, which will be $50 worth of VeChain, just hop on over to the Bradley Assassin YouTube channel. Go view those videos. They tell you how to enter. It's completely free. And then, of course, Friday during the live stream, we will draw the winner for the VeChain. And when I hit 10,000 subs, we will do the $500 worth of Bitcoin. And then, of course, right when I hit 10,000 subs, directly after that giveaway, I will move to a 15,000 subscriber mark giveaway where I will do something even bigger and better. But I think that was very, very solid today. Appreciate the time today, everyone. And I hope that was at least what you were expecting. Remember, this is not the first time we had a 50% correction. Our most recent one was back in March of 2020. It took 2 months to recover. I personally think it's going to take about half that time to recover. And that's my unprofessional opinion. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe. Keep an eye out for tomorrow's video upload. And then, of course, we'll see everyone Friday. Stay safe. Thanks, everyone. Love y'all. Bradley Assassin out.